Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Random Thots. That is
Thots.
That is how you spell thoughts, isn't it?
Evidently, that's how you get them as well.
That is incredible.
Tell me more news that I don't know.
More news you don't know. We have a sports episode today. Yeah, it's been a minute, right? It's been a minute, but we are still doing the greatest of all time championship tournament bracket challenge of the universe.
I like the name.
And we have such a good matchup today. You want to tell us about one of the competitors today?
So one of the competitors today is the 2012-2013 Miami Heat. I think this was a phenomenal team. This is the team with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. They had people like Ray Allen, Shane Battier, and they beat teams, the Pacers, the Bulls, the Bucks. And this was the year where the Bucks, I think they were looking like they were starting to be good. And it's just incredible.
That was obviously canceled by LeBron James.
LeBron James cancels everybody.
Yeah, he destroys most people's hopes and dreams.
Yeah, and which is not a bad thing. He's on the Lakers now, so shout out to you, LeBron.
Yeah, every team he goes to the finals.
Literally, I don't understand how you guys don't say he's the greatest player alive, but that's another topic.
Well, I feel like that's a good thing to bring up in defense of this team, because we're going up against another really good team with some of the greatest of all time, and I feel like that's something that needs to be said.
Yeah.
That's LeBron James, who's arguably the best player to ever
and then
touch
he had
basketball.
Dwayne Wade on the team.
And he also had Dwayne Wade.
And Chris Bosh when Chris Bosh was good. So this is a hard one. But tell us about the other team they're versing.
So the team that they're going against is the 1976-1977 Montreal Canadiens. So this is a hockey team. So I feel like it makes it a little bit more easy to compare the two because of the way the leagues are structured, same amount of teams, playoffs, all that stuff. Now, they had 10 players with over 50 points that season. And when you're playing 82 games in a season, and you have 10 players that scored almost every single game, at least every other game, that's just incredible. They had one of the best coaches of all time in Scotty Bowman. They had 2 players with over 100 points this season. That's nuts. To have 100 points, you are an elite goal scorer. And Guy Lefleur had 132 points.
Yeah, man.
Wrong.
Yeah.
That is a scoring pace that is unreal. They scored so many goals. They outscored their opponents by over 2 goals per game.
That's
a
lot of points.
That is, if you think about it.
No, that's a lot of hockey points.
Especially at this time, the scoring wasn't as prevalent as it is today. It wasn't as easy to score.
Wrong.
These goalies had bigger pads and stuff, and they had a plus 216 goal differential this year.
Yeah. Something about the Miami Heat, though, they swept the Bucks and lost 1 game to the Bulls.
Yeah.
And then went to 2 Game 7s with the 2 final teams that were on it. And I think just with the sure will of, having all these great players on your team, I think that this one's going to be a little tough. I'm not fully sure. I'm not fully convinced that, I think the Miami Heat are a better team than the Montreal Canadiens, but however you said, they dominated.
Yeah, and they had over 10 Hall of Famers.
That's incredible.
On that team.
That's incredible.
Whenever you have that many players on the same team that are that good, the Heat had 2 shoe-in Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
With
Ray
LeBron and D-Wade.
And
Ray Allen too.
Well, Chris Bosh will be inducted.
Do you think he's a first ballot?
I don't think he's a first ballot.
But regardless, both teams are stacked with Hall of Fame talent. They both dominated their leagues that year. They both skated into a championship. But man, I just have to give it to the Canadiens on this one personally. I'll let you get to your point in just a minute, but they went 68-12. They won 60 out of 82 games. That is nuts. That is a lot of points.
That's a lot of points.
They ended up with 132 points. I think I already said that.
They broke the record that year. That's incredible. I'm gonna have to say the Canadiens as well. Yeah, give it up for the Canadiens.
Plot twist. Yeah, congratulations, Canadiens. The team of the US is still alive. Good job. I hope you're watching this and you give yourself a nice pat on the back.
You are on the route to being the greatest team of all time.
Yes.
You do have a lot of people.
Well, you know who they're going up against next time?
Oh my God.
They're going up against 91 Redskins.
Oh my God.
So 2 dominant teams. that dominated in the eras that they were, chosen in, that we have. It's gonna be very fun.
That's gonna be
to discuss that.
It's gonna be fun.
I feel like we're gonna have to watch a lot of film.
That's okay. Right? That's not a problem.
We have to do some research.
It's actually pretty fun. Yeah, the Canadiens were just all right down, just a better team. Like, I don't know if he said this, a 216 goal differential.
Yeah,
that's plus 206. That's a crazy.
Those are hockey goals. Like, it's not like basketball.
Yeah, like they don't score 80 points a game. They score 4 or 5, maybe.
And they scored. They won the games like scoring, running away with the game.
Yes.
Like the other team was exhausted and they were just turning.
And the Miami Heat, had a couple of games, had a couple games of the season where they just trashed the other teams.
Yeah.
It's not that we're saying that the team was even bad. We're just saying it's not one of the greatest teams assembled of all time.
I do feel like, I just don't think we talked about the Heat enough. Like they were such a great team. You have LeBron and D Wade, some of the greatest passers ever, and they're on the same team.
Yeah.
And they can both dunk, they can both shoot, and they can both pass.
Get to the basket, pass.
They had those all the way across the court. Passes. It looks like
Ray Allen
Manning back there.
Ray Allen is a sure 3-point shooter, so of course he's gonna.
They were just
the ball.
Dangerous.
Chris Bosh was just like a rebounding machine, like the new age Dennis Rodman, you could say.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he is the new age Dennis Rodman with some of the stuff that the media catches him doing. They had Mario Chalmers, which is not really a good guy. He was just a role player.
Hey, but those role players are what?
Yeah, the role players. Yeah, and it was on a couple of occasions where Mario Chalmers had to, show in and, show out LeBron.
Yeah,
like
you got people like that on your team, you have a chemistry that's going to win you a title and make you one of the greatest teams of all time.
Yeah, Mike Spolster, he's the coach. He was a great coach. He's still the coach for the Miami Heat. Probably need to get rid of him so they can probably win something. Pat Riley, I hope you're hearing me. I think that's all I got to say about that.
So I'm sorry, Miami Heat. You guys put up a great fight, but you were no match for the Montreal Canadiens of 1976-77.
Yeah, if they were playing you guys one-on-one, however that would happen, they would trash you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's just too much talent.
Yeah.
All right. Well, until next time, this has been another episode of Random Thoughts. I'm Ibrahim Horton.
And I'm Damon Makoko.
And we're out of here.